Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for coming along today to see what I'm doing. Today we are on week 25 of the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge. So let's get started. We'll go over what we need first. We need a piece of map with the ocean, and I have that right here. An herb or other fragrant plants. I have several different things I'm going to try. A piece of washi tape, something mechanical. I'll show you those in a minute. A piece of washi tape you rarely use, and I'm using this one. A sticker or a rub-on. I've got those, don't know what or if, here. And the bonus is anything from the grocery store. I am not using that one today. So I'm only going to do the 5 prompts. So what I have here is, this will be my background. And I'm using this as a sky. And I've used this washi tape to make clouds in this sky. And I did that ahead of time. So you will see here, 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 and here is torn pieces of this washi tape. So that is my washi tape and my map with an ocean. And then let's see, something mechanical. I am doing 2 things. One is these bicycles are mechanical. So that's going to go at the bottom of my page. And I originally wanted to do these gigantic flowers and fragrance things. I don't know if they have a fragrance, but we're going to say they do. They are from my medicinal Reader's Digest. So some of those things in there do have fragrances. And I originally wanted to use these and hopefully have this also mechanical robot hiding behind these giant plants, watching these kids on the bicycle with their, and this is in the story, this is their uncle. I couldn't quite make that work like I wanted it to, so I decided that it needed a little more depth in the images. So I found this. I was looking for mountains or a stream or a forest, and I found this image from a book, and that is what I'm going to use as my additional background, to give it more depth. And I do want the water. This is a forest reflected in a lake, and I do want the part of the water to show. So I'm going to do it like this, and instead of having this robot behind foliage, I thought that we could just put him, so all of these are going by the wayside. I'm not going to use those, not using oversized plants. I will be cutting this off at the bottom, but I'm going to use this, and then the robot is he's huge compared to the folks, and he is just going to be looking at these folks here over the forest. He's that tall. He's taller than all the trees. I showed this to my husband, this as to how I wanted to lay this out, and he loved it. He says, that looks like a 1950s movie, you know, like the 50-foot woman movie kind of thing. So this is a 50-foot robot. I'm hoping to use some of this as rub-on, and I was going to do some flowers along the bottom here, along this side of the sidewalk. Now I'm hoping that, but these rub-ons are old, so I don't know if that one will rub on. If not, I might try to use, you know, one of these butterflies in some way. They're kind of big. I thought I had some smaller ones somewhere, and I haven't located any. So anyway, that's kind of my plan here for today. So I want to put this map is going to, the map with the ocean is going to be my background. So I want to put this, I'm gonna work off the book, I think, like this, and put, let's see if I can figure out how. There we go, that can do it. And put him back here. You see he's mechanical, he has a wind-up thing, so we know he's mechanical for sure. Not an electronic. Okay, I think I want to put him. Oh, should I leave his wind-up thing? No, I don't want. I'm actually probably going to cut that off. I want him more like that. I want him to sort of look like he's leaning over, looking past the trees. So that's going to be more like right there. So we're going to make a mark there. And a mark right here. And I'll trim that off with my trimmer over here. Let me get that real quick. I have a smaller trimmer that I should, it's in my office and my craft room are in separate places, that I should bring in, because I rarely use it in my office. I use it occasionally, but not often. And it would be, I need to do it this way because this is the straight edge of, there it is. So it's right there. Right there. It'll be hopefully close enough. Yeah, close enough. Okay, and then this is going to have to go this way to cut this part off, unless I do it. Let's do it with a T-square and see if I can get it. Or let me just do it this way. I'm having trouble today. Why is this? Okay, let me just mark it down here and then I can do it from this side. It's going to be right here. Am I in camera? Yeah. Okay, now I can get it from this side, I think. Let me do it down here. Like this. And it goes right there. Okay. There we are. Put that piece out of there. Okay, that's all we should need the trimmer for. Let's put that back away. Okay, so this goes down here. Just like that. He's gonna go kind of like that. I'm gonna cut off. I think I'm gonna cut off the wind-up key here, because that's not really. It kind of just clutters. It isn't really noticeable, and it just kind of clutters. So I'm gonna put that aside. I might have to use these two little floral things here from Tim Holtz for the something of herb or other fragrant plant. So there's a rose in there. That's fragrant. Or some are, some aren't. Okay, that's pretty good. So we'll get him in here. Like that. And these guys go down here. Like that. And I used my template that I've made for this page to cut out the map. And see, I've got the washi tape up here. I never use that washi tape, by the way. I don't know that I've ever used it besides this. So let me get my glue. And I don't think I need to tuck anything else behind anywhere. So I'm going to put this here. So I hadn't thought about it. I sort of felt like it had a vintagey look about this collage just because this is from a vintage children's book, children's reader. Come on. Come on. And so that's vintage. And then the robot is from the Extraordinary Things to Cut in Collage. I think it's what it's called or something like that. And it is, it looks like a 1950s toy robot. So I'm kind of going along with that theme as my story, if you will. So we're going to say this is a movie poster. And it's called The 50-Foot Robot. And reminiscent of the 50-Foot Woman, which is what my husband referenced. That was a 50s movie, I believe, back in the 1950s, black and white. I don't think I ever saw it, but I had heard of it. So that's what we're going with, and that's kind of my story for today. This forest background came from a travel magazine. I didn't get that on there so straight, but oh well. It's okay. We gotta just be okay with stuff. Okay, so this guy is going right there. He's looking over the trees. And do I want to cut off his legs? Do I need them for anything? No, I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna stick him down. This has layers upon layers, and that's okay too. I didn't really struggle so much with this when I found the bicycles. I knew those were mechanical, and that would be a good start, and them being on a little walk like that. But as you saw, I did struggle with how to bring, and then when I looked in I remembered I had this robot, and I liked the robot. So I wanted to use him too, if I could. And I really liked the idea of him hiding behind the foliage. I just could not make that work. The foliage was too big. I didn't have other sources, or I didn't want to look for other sources for something smaller, so I didn't. I know what's wrong with this is the bottom of this is not cut straight. That's why this whole thing is not straight. Do I care? I could cut it straight. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to have some, so I got that down. And I've already put the washi tape clouds up here. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to disguise some of that anyway. I think I may have that a little bit, let's see, a little bit crooked too. No, we'll go by that. We'll go by this. That's on there just fine. Okay, next thing I do is glue down this. So we are good. I don't remember what catalog or whatever. Get all of these little peaks glued down. I've been having a little bit better, easier time getting these prompts together. I try not to spend too much time trying to find the things. Therefore, because of that, I'm sure some of them are less exciting than others, but that's okay. They don't all have to be exciting. And some I like better than others, and that's always going to be the case. It's always the case in our art. Some is always better than others, and I'm okay with that too. Okay. I think that's okay. I ask my husband sometimes for his opinion on what I'm doing. I don't think he has ever told me he didn't like anything. He is so sweet. He goes, "Oh, I like it," or "That's good, I like that one." Almost always. I don't think he's ever told me he didn't like anything, something I did. Journals, collages, anything. He is very supportive of my hobby here. Okie doke. So I'm going to get this glued down onto my book page here and my journal here. And then I will try the rub-on. I think again, we will go with my tape runner or score tape. Either one works. The tape runner's quick. This is the only one I have at the moment. So when this runs out, I'll need to get another one. It's got a ways to go because I don't use it that often. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this along here. Yeah. Again, I'll probably do glue along the very edge just to get it down well. But this is a little faster when you're doing a whole big piece like this. Okay. And now let's put it around. Okay, so I knew I wanted to do a surreal sort of collage with this one. So I did accomplish that, I think. It took me a while to, I was trying to make that large foliage work too, just because that would be more adding to the surrealness of it. And I just could not make that work. Just couldn't make it work. Just didn't look right. It needed more. I tried it with the trees in the background and then have the giant floral foliage in front. It just did not work. But I am happy with what I have right now. So that is good. I think these turned out quite nice. I might have to do a little trimming, a little bit. Oh, let me cover my glue. This one is kind of fun. Oh, I like to do surreal. I don't do that very often. I do like them. Don't consider myself very good at that necessarily. Occasionally I get a glimmer of something that might be interesting, but it's not what I normally head toward, even though I like it. And that's why I consider myself not very good at it. Okay, there we are. Now, let's see if we can do some rub-ons here. Let's try this first. These are just, like I said, don't know if it's going to work because I don't know if they're still any good. They do have a shelf life. I just want to do a few just along the bottom. I don't think I want to do it solid along the bottom, but let's just see what we can come up with here. All right, am I in frame? So I'm just going to do, so this will be my rub-ons. So is it going to do? Yep. Yeah, that did good. Okay, so that did good. I need to take that a little bit off. Okay. I'm going to do this little leaf right here, just to finish out this edge. I didn't go all the way to the edge. See if that works. Yeah, that did okay. Yeah, that did good. Okay. So let's see what else. I don't think I want to try to do a solid amount. You know, I think I just want there to be a few flowers along the way, not solid. And there's a little bit of grass, see here, so we'll just do a little bit. I'm gonna do this little pink one right here. Quiet, because I'm concentrating. And let me just say, if you are having trouble with these prompts, give yourself a break, walk away, come back if you need to later, look at it again. And I do that over the course of the week. Just looking, do I like it? Do I not like it? What does it need? How can it be different? How can I make it better? And it takes me a little while, but I don't fret over that. I just let the process go as it can. And also, it's really just an idea for you to use. So if you don't use them all, if you don't use but one, that's okay too. Really, doesn't really matter. It's just it's prompts. That's what prompts mean. It's just a suggestion of something you can do, what you can use, and I use it to kind of expand my ideas of things. Yeah, that's good. Rub that off the edge right there. Okay, I like it. That did good. I like that. I like it just being a little haphazard along the way here. And see, some of the leaves didn't come off. That's okay too. It doesn't really matter. It's quite all right. I'm going to do just a little bit more right here, and then I'll be done with that. I'm glad this worked, because the butterflies were going to be a little bit bigger than I think they should have been. So this is was a better choice for my, okay, there we go. And now let's see, make sure we've got everything. I think we do, except I am not doing, and had not planned to do, the something from the grocery store, or anything from the grocery store. If they had had baskets on their bicycles, I could have put something in there that would represent from the grocery store, but since it doesn't, I didn't. Okay, a piece of map with the ocean. That is the background, which is acting as my sky. And herb or other fragrant plant, well, I have these little flowers along here, and I just have to believe that they indeed have a scent. So we'll just trust that they do, whether they do really or not. It really doesn't make any difference. Okay, something mechanical. Bicycles are mechanical, and I have this robot looking over this scene like he's curious. He looks like he's curious. Not that he wants to be harmful, but he's just curious. What are these things that I'm looking at? My piece of washi that I rarely use is, let's get this up close and see if you can see that, is the clouds in my ocean sky. I've used that washi tape to make the clouds. Hopefully you can kind of see that. A sticker or a rub-on. I chose a rub-on, and that is my little floral along the sidewalk there, the little flowers growing along the sidewalk. And then I didn't use anything from the grocery store. So this is my week 25 of the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge. So I appreciate you coming along. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If you like this video or like my collages, hit the like button. I would appreciate that as well. And I am going to use some of the tape that I don't use very often. I'm going to use them right over here. So let me do that while we're here. I like to put my prompts, let's see where, I'm doing them staggered up and down, so this one needs to go on the bottom. And I like to put a little bit of something that goes along with a few of the prompts that goes for the big collage, just to give my list of prompts a little bit of interest as well. And doing it in this journal, this is the third journal I have done. Doing it in a journal, I like to put the prompts on the opposite page to the collage that it goes with. Just because I just want it to be there for me to look at, and I have the instructions of what this challenge is in the front of the book. And so when I'm not around, when I'm gone, someone can pick up this journal and they'll be able to know what I'm doing. So I'm going to use the washi tape that I don't use very often over on here to hold that down, quote unquote, hold that down. And I'm going to use a piece at the top and the bottom, I think. And then I might use, I had, let's see, I had two little, from this, I cut this off. So I might just use that down there. And then I also cut another one off somewhere. Where's the other little one? Oh, here it is, underneath that. I might try these to use down here. I cut this off, another one off of this one that I thought I might use. But that was just too much. Sometimes simple is better. And this is more simple. It has a 1950s vibe, because I believe the book I got this image out of isn't also from the 50s. It could even be earlier than that. I don't think I like that one. I think we're just going to use this one. I think I'm just going to stick it down there. And I'm going to stick another little piece of this right here to hold the bottom of that down. And then I'm done. I got to glue that down. But other than that, I'm done. Then I'm just going to stick this over here or over here. Ooh, let me look at that. I might want to put this over here, and then this can go kind of on top of it like that. I think I like that better. Yep, we're just going to do that. I don't, this over here is just because I think it's nice to have a little something over here. So we'll just use this a little bit. And then I've used this little flower that I've cut off that I have nothing to do with it. I could put it in my little Tim Holtzy drawer, though, of flowers and things. But it is very fine, very, very prickly to try to cut out. So we're just going to put it right here. And we're going to call it a day. So again, hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to get further videos from me. I appreciate you coming along, and welcome. If you've just been for the first time, I appreciate you coming. And if you're a regular subscriber, I appreciate you coming back. I hope you enjoyed this collage. If you did, like I said, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like, I'd love to get a comment. I like to have comments of what you think. You like what I'm doing? Do you like the style? You know, I don't, I usually have, mine usually tell a story of some kind, however simple that story might be. But that is my collage for week 52. Thank you for coming along. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.